So, chat, I know we've been talking about Jak and Daxter, a PlayStation legend, but to lead into that Jak and Daxter run, we have a different PlayStation legend. This is Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Spyro the Dragon, any percent NBS by chaimy. Let's go ahead and collect some gems.
Oh, hi. My name's chaimy. I have Toasted Cat here with me on commentary for the run.
Hello.
And today we're going to be doing SRT any percent NBS. But before we get started, there was a color bid war for Spyro, and I want to just make sure that Retro still had the lead right before this.
Yeah, I'll go check on that in just a moment here, while I also remind chat that if they'd like to donate to something, you can still donate towards that Jak and Daxter bonus game. We are only a little bit more than $200 away, and it would happen right after this run. So this is the time where you need to do that. Yes, indeed, Retro did keep that lead.
Alrighty. So we have a Retro Spyro ready to go. And I guess let's just go ahead and start the run and talk about some things. So time will start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, champ. So, like I said, this is SRT, otherwise known as Spyro Reignited Trilogy. We're doing a category called any percent NBS. NBS stands for no balloonist skip. There is a trick you can do in the second homeworld that allows you to basically just skip straight to the end of the game. But we're not going to do that trick. We're basically going to just go through the game how the devs intended. Yeah, so what we mainly need to do is we need to get collectibles throughout the game. And for each homeworld, we need a different amount of a certain collectible to progress through the game. So there are 6 homeworlds in total, the 6th being the last homeworld. So we need to meet 5 requirements. We need to A, get 10 dragons saved to leave this homeworld. The next homeworld, we need to have 1,200 gems. Then we need 5 dragon eggs, then 50 dragons, then 6,000 gems. So basically, this whole game is just running through each level, getting as many gems and dragons as we possibly can for the end of the game. And each gem has a different value for its set amount, depending on its color. Red gems are worth 1, green gems are worth 2, blue gems are worth 5, yellow gems are worth 10, and pink gems are worth 25. So we want to try and get as many of those higher value gems as possible. As we go through the game, the later levels will start to have more density of higher value gems as opposed to the early game. We're basically just going through this first homeworld simply to get 10 dragons. There's not a whole lot of gems we can get in the homeworld. So yeah, this homeworld is very quick. This is going to be the last level we do before we leave it. And there is actually a trick we have coming up called Fairy Proxy. Kat, do you want to explain that? Because you're smarter than me?
Yeah, so for whatever reason, Megan, we know this to be possible on, but if you just stand in the right spot, normally when you free a dragon, though, like Zoe, like the little fairy, will come up and save your progress. In the original game, she would save your progress. In this game, she kind of is just there. For whatever reason, on this dragon only, if you stand in the right spot, she will actually pick you up, and you stand on top of her hitbox. And you'll see Chaimmy's going to do it right here, just like that. And that just lets us get an extra bit of height, which will let us do this level kind of out of order from how it's intended. You can get up here to this dragon, and she's going to drop down here to the end of the level and get this dragon as well.
Pretty fun. It's my favorite trick in the whole run, simply because at this past year's AGDQ, Toasted Cat actually ran this category there, and me and a couple other runners on the couch decided to just make this whole joke out of it, saying, yeah, we're just going to make this trick seem like it's super hard. We're going to hype it up as soon as he does it, when in reality, it's pretty easy. Just literally
It's like a
stand in spot.
99.9% consistency. It's not hard at all, but
And just like that, we're out of the first homeworld. And we're going to be going on to the second homeworld, Peacekeepers. We don't have anything too interesting coming up for a few minutes. So if there's any announcements that you want to do, now's a good time.
Oh, I want to tell chat that we are still at $771 out of that $1,000 that we would need for the Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy bonus game, and that would be right after this if we were to get that met. So, donations. We need them now. And you know what? I had an idea. You were talking about gems. How about we get a gems donation train? So the blue gem is $5, the yellow gem is $10, and the magenta is $25. So if you have a favorite color out of those amounts, please go ahead and donate that amount and tell us perhaps your favorite PlayStation game, your favorite memory with Spyro or with Jak and Daxter, and apply that to the bonus game. We would love to see that be added onto the schedule after this, because PlayStation Block is not complete with just Spyro the Dragon. We could not just have Spyro. We need that Jak and Daxter as well.
Donations, people, donations. Kidding. So yeah, this
Jak and
is
Daxter is a really cool speed game.
It really is, and
It is
Claus has been
actually
working
exciting.
so hard on it. It really wants to show this off, and there might be a secret FERT somewhere in the Jak and Daxter game that it's going to be showing us. So if you want to see where the secret FERT comes into play, you're going to need to donate to get that game on the schedule.
Let's donate, people. Yeah.
Let's maybe donate gems and money, not people.
Yeah.
Gem donation train! !
Yeah.
Donate!
So we are about to wrap up this first level in the second homeworld. A lot of the levels in this game, there's not like too many interesting things going on besides us running to dragons, collecting gems along the way to each dragon. A few levels do have some tricks or some movement specific things that is worth talking about. What's coming up right now, though, is a trick called Fly and Skip. This is a frame perfect trick, so hopefully I hit it and then I can kind of explain it. I missed it. That's okay. So Fly and Skip is a trick where if you pause on the exact same frame you enter a portal, you can the game already loads the level in. It already assumes you're in the level, so you can actually quit the game to go back to the main menu, and then you can just continue your save, and it puts you right at the start of the level. RTA saves like a little bit of time, but this game is mostly, for PC at least, is timed using loadless. There's only 3 levels we really do it on, and each time we do it saves about roughly 4 to 4.5 seconds. And like I said, it is a frame perfect trick, so I guess we should talk about frames. And what we are playing on is 50 FPS. It's a weird number, I know. So usually we play between 30 to 60 FPS, and that's because unlimited FPS kind of breaks the game. But other FPSs also break the game. So generally, we want as low of an FPS as possible, because this game's on Unreal Engine, and whenever you have a lower FPS on Unreal Engine games, you actually get higher jumps. But at the same time, we don't want the game to look bad, so we also want a higher FPS. You would think 60 FPS is good, but the problem is there is a level in the next homeworld. Oh, controller disconnected. We're on the keyboard mouse. Let's go.
Yippee! Marathon. Marathon look.
Everything has to happen. Well, okay. So, yeah. 60 FPS actually breaks a level in the next homeworld. Or the second level that we're going to do in the next. And not allowing you to progress any. And it's also a weird thing that we found out. It's not just 60 FPS in that one level that breaks. It's any FPS that's a multiple of 12. So 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. It's really weird level. So we just avoid that. So we play on 50. It looks good for the most part, and we get some value out of slightly lower FPS without the game breaking. But now we're entering Night Flight. This is the first of 3 flight levels that we're gonna do. And basically, the only time we're gonna fly as the dragon. So the flight levels are just a little time trial type thing. There are 4 different collectibles that we have to get, and each collectible has 8 that we need. So all in all, we need to get 32 collectibles. Every time you collect all 8 of one of the collectibles, you get 60 gems. But if you do all 32 in one run, you get an extra 60 gems, totaling 300 gems. And like I said, by the end of the game, we need 6,000 gems. So flight levels tend to be good because they only take about roughly a minute, and we can get 300 gems, which is pretty dang good, champ.
You know what else is pretty dang good? A donation
Yeah.
whenever you've got time.
Oh, we have so much time.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And we have a $50 donation from Just Some Andy, which did go towards that bonus game for Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy. That says, I've added 2 pink gems for the charity. Don't tell Moneybags. Speaking of my moneybags, my favorite PS1 game is Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, which, fun fact, did you know in Europe, the game has a different name? It's called Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. Ooh, that's a fun fact. I would love to see more fun facts about your favorite games in your donations. Tell me the fun facts of the games that you love. That brings us to $821 out of the 1,000 that we need, which means that we are just under $200 away. Chat, let's go ahead and get those donations in for that bonus game. That would happen right after this one if we got it met, so we don't have a ton of time. Go ahead and ! donate and click that bonus game when you do send in your donation to Trans Lifeline.
Alright, so I'm hearing is I need to play slower so we can have more time to hit this donation.
Oh no. No, chat needs a challenge. They want to race you, I'm sure, in getting this met.
Oh my
Go
god, I'm
fast.
racing. I'm going so fast now. So yeah, we
Chat
just did a
donations
boss
equals
level.
fast.
That's it. No boss in that
That's
level to
it.
do. We're going so fast, we're
Yeah,
just
the
gonna
boss
skip
is-
that boss.
Yeah, the bosses in this game are kind of pushovers. And these first couple don't even have a lot of gems, so we just don't even fight them.
Yep. So pretty much every boss in this game, besides one, which we also won't beat, has the exact same fight. You run at them, you flame them, they go away. You run at them, you flame them, they go away. And then you run at them and flame them, and then you win. It's nostalgic, but it's also pretty boring as a boss fight. But they do have some fun names and fun designs. Dr. Shimp has a really fun design. The boss in the next homeworld is called Blowhard. That is a funny name, you know.
It really truly is a funny name.
Yeah, so not much to talk about in this level either. This level has the most dragons in one level, if not this tied for the most dragons in one level that we will collect. And I think we get 5 dragons.
It's actually
I
tied
think
with
it is
Dark
actually the
Passage.
most.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it might be tied with Dark Passage.
Yeah, those
So
are
yeah.
the 2 levels that have 5 dragons in them.
Yeah. We do have a unique little time save coming up on a certain enemy kill. So this one enemy, there's like this enemy type in this level where it's like these big metal guys standing next to cliffs like this guy. You're supposed to charge into them and bonk them off the cliff. This guy right here specifically, though, takes 2 hits, but if we line it up correctly, we can actually hit him on top of the chest to kill him. And the way that works, the game checks to see if he's dead based off his Y value position. If his Y value changes from his starting position, the game counts him as dead. But we don't push him off the cliff. That's the way
to do it.
Yeah, we don't push him off the cliff because that takes another hit. We just push him onto a chest because his Y value changes and the game's like, he's not supposed to be there. Yeah. Oh, alright. Try not to soft lock on
Y value
here.
is for speedrunning Minecraft right now.
I don't know if you know this, but Y value is also in math. They use it in coding. So, get your facts right, okay? I'm not talking about his like XYZ coordinate. Let's be honest. Minecraft, Y value doesn't matter. We only care about the X and Z. Who cares about Y? Yeah, now we're going
for diamonds.
Oh my god, okay.
Don't jump off. Your Y value almost went way down.
Almost went straight into the negatives. And okay. So this third homeworld is going to introduce a new mechanic, and I think the game mechanic that gets introduced in this homeworld is what really gives this game a bunch of its identity, and that is supercharging. Supercharging is spread out through this homeworld and a few levels throughout the game. It's a big ramp going down, and if you charge on it, Spyro actually gains the supercharged state, which allows him to go really fast, break everything, kill everything. And yeah, we basically want to we want to hold on to supercharge as long as we possibly can every time we get it, so we can collect as many things as we can as fast as we can. And there is a fun way we do that. Do you want to talk about that, Toasted the Theodore Cat?
Yeah. So, this game was originally released on the PS4, but after about a year, it was ported to PC, and it was found out, or like, you know, obviously being ported to PC, it had like controller or keyboard and mouse support, and it was found out after about a year of it being on PC or so that when you are you use Spyro to or you use the mouse to turn Spyro if you're playing with keyboard mouse. And it was found out that if you use the mouse, you can actually turn him a lot faster than if you're using either WASD or if you're playing on controller using the analog. And so what we started to do is switch to keyboard mouse, which chaimy just did after that dragon, so that she can turn Spyro a lot faster while supercharging. Because the way these supercharges work is, you may have noticed, she started it on a supercharge ramp, and if she stops supercharging, she would have to go all the way back to that ramp to start it again. But by using the keyboard and mouse and steering Spyro a lot sharper, she can get a lot more gems and keep it going a lot farther without having to stop. And yeah, obviously going this fast is going to save you time over just running through the level normally. So not only do you go a lot faster while you're supercharging, but as you saw, she was able to charge straight through like a bunch of enemies that normally aren't killable, or those firework crates that just all the gems instantly collect and they instantly explode. So it's a lot faster than just charging through level without supercharge.
Yep. There are a few levels that we have to do that in, and the levels that we do have to do that in also, of course, are the hardest levels in the game.
Yeah.
But this next level coming up is just like a little cycle-based level. This is also the level that breaks on the certain FPSs. So yeah, there's not really a whole lot to talk about in this level. It's just Alpine Ridge. You know, we just kill the things, collect the things, get out of the things. So if there's any more announcements...
I was going to say Alpine Ridge sounds like Donations Ridge to me, because we've got two. We've got a $30 donation from Oasis, who says, "Y'all are doing such an amazing job. $30 to match what Yoshi Chief donated earlier. Let's hit that bonus game and make fastest furs history." Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And that did go to the Jak and Daxter bonus game. We also have $29 from Kurjaby, who says, "I can't have the uneven number. I love Spyro, and I had a major childhood crush on Alora as a kid in all her pixely glory. Great job, chaimy. Loving the run. Thank you so much for that donation. And that did indeed round out our number, which means that we only have $120 flat to go to meet that bonus game. Yeah, it's a super nice number now, and you know what nice numbers mean, chat. They mean that y'all have to get the nicest number of all, which is the $1,000 that we need to meet Jak and Daxter. We're $120 away. Click that bonus game when you do donate. That is our very next run. So any donation helps. If you want to tell us about your Dragon Sonas, as I saw it being talked about in the chat, that would be super cool. If you have any more gaming fun facts or any more PlayStation love, we would love to see all of it. !donate to donate towards Trans Lifeline and get Jak and Daxter on the schedule for the very first time. Yup. Also, quick correction, there's no FERT hidden in Jak and Daxter, but there is a PB hidden in the Jak and Daxter game somewhere that we are going to be seeing later. Claus has hidden PB sneakily in the game. So if you'd like to see where our lovely mascot is hiding in Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, !donate and click that bonus game when you send your Trans Lifeline donation in.
So funny thing about $120 left, did you know the completionist category for this game is 120? Whoa, crazy. Let's show Fastest First some love and keep donating. Wow.
Yeah, so let's complete that $120 to get the run incentive. Yeah.
I see what you're putting down. And that $120 would bring us only about $200 away from 6K as well. So we're getting super close to another huge milestone for the marathon. Every one of your donations helps us get there too.
So this level we have coming up right now is called Wizard Peak. This level is easily the second hardest level in the run because of course, you could guess it, a supercharge. The supercharge has, it's really just one area that makes this supercharge extremely difficult. So we are going to try and not mess this up.
Yeah, you may have noticed earlier when chaimy was killing the thieves to get the eggs, she was in the air when she killed the thieves, and that's because normally they play a little, like, 3.5-second cutscene of the egg collecting. But if you're not on the ground when they die, you get the egg instantly and never lose control of Spyro. And chaimy is going to have to really, ooh, yeah, like that. There's a thief just behind the wall right there, and we want to keep supercharge while getting it, so she has to jump blindly and turn back around and land just the right way to be able to kill that thief while still in the air. And she's able to keep the supercharge going all the way up to the dragon on the hill, which was perfect. It's not an easy thing to do.
I feel like that was such a good recovery.
Yeah.
That was a little scary. Got my heart racing over here for a minute.
You're good. You were gaming.
We love gaming.
Nobody's worrying.
Oh my god, champ. So next up we have Crystal Flight, which you guessed it, is another flight level. This is the first flight level that we're doing that is somewhat cycle dependent. It's really just all at the start. We just have to hit some moving planes at the start, and if we miss one, we just better hope it's one of the last few ones, otherwise we will lose a lot of time. But we won't miss any because I'm just so dang good, champ, you know?
You're just the best.
Okay, well... I might not be so good, champ, anymore.
You're the best, champ.
Oh my god! You said the thing, let's go.
Let's go. We're doing it live.
So we missed like one of the last couple planes there. It's really not that much of a time loss. It'll be like, yeah, I was supposed to say it'll probably be like right around this corner. Yeah. Like I said, these flight levels, usually not much going on. casually, flight levels tend to be like some of the hardest levels in the game, just because it's quote unquote pretty hard to control Spyro. Once you practice it a little bit, they're actually really easy and they're kind of fun. We also decided to cut out the most annoying one in the game, thankfully. I did not enjoy that one a lot because for some reason, when the devs were making this game, we are pretty sure they had 2 different teams do the night flight level and the icy flight level in the Dreamweaver's homeworld. And the only reason we say that is because both of those flight levels have lighthouses you're supposed to flame, but the ones in Icy Flight are much pickier with the hitbox that you have to flame, and sometimes you can just dead-on flame them, and it doesn't activate. It does not count. So we thankfully have routed that one out. It also was like super far out of the way, so that level's stinky champ. So now we're in Blowhard. Of course, messing up all the cycles, because we love messing up cycles. This level actually has some pretty tight cycles, so typically do miss the fastest cycle you can get. You have to have the entire start of the level go completely perfect, which can be possible, obviously. I'm unfortunately not the best at that, but it's whatever, champ. And oh my god, I just realized we never once talked about Sparks, who I just completely decimated. We don't like Sparks anymore. Just for the rest of this level. So Sparks is this little dragonfly. Frick that guy. Sparks is just this little dragonfly who follows Spyro around, and he has 2 main functions. He collects gems that are close by to Spyro, so you don't have to directly touch every single gem you pick up. And he also acts as your health. There are 3 different colored sparks. You have gold, which is full health. Blue, which is you took 1 hit. Green, you took 2 hits. And if you take a hit while you have green sparks, you no longer have sparks, and the next hit you take will kill you. So we typically don't want to be sparksless, but it actually works out pretty well with tracking our damage throughout the start of this game to end up sparksless there at the end of Blowhard. Just because the gem collection there is actually really easy to do while sparksless, and we can take 2 damage abuses to collect gems from Fireworks chest slightly faster than normal. And yeah, then we just get sparks back once we leave the level. So typically we don't want to be sparksless. But now we're in Terrence Village. Oh my god, I love Terrence Village. Kat, do you want to explain the poggiest trick coming up ever, champ?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So no one's gonna know how this trick works because Kat's just a little booty champ at this trick.
And I'll explain it. This is called torch jump. You may have noticed if chaimy is ever a little bit short on a jump, Spyro does like a little auto hover, which gives you just like a little bit of extra height. It's just like a little like forgiveness mechanic if you just barely miss it. What we can do right there, as you just saw, is if you just jump at that torch and glide at just the right angle, you'll get a little auto hover, and you can stand on top of it and jump up to the platform above. It saves. There's another unintended jump, like right where the torch is to get across, because normally you're supposed to go to like the end of the level and then glide down to that area, but that torch jump skips having to like jump across the gap and then jump back, which is like 5 seconds or so.
While we're collecting some gems in the rest of this level here, do we have time for a lovely donation?
We're about to go into Wild Flight, so we have all the time in the world.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we've also got a $10 donation from Rudy the Wolf, who says, since we were talking about regional titles, here's a fun fact about a completely unrelated game. The game known in North America as Looney Tunes Twebble is known in Europe as Sylvester and Tweety Breakfast on the Run, and in Germany specifically as Sylvester and Tweety Vogelsam Frühstück, which means bird for breakfast. I hope I did all right with that
German.
one. Thank you. I've never done it ever before. We're doing it live once again here at Fastest First Fall Fest 2025. And what else we're doing live is raising money for that Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy bonus game. That donation did go towards that incentive. So that means that we have only $110 to go to meet that. That's only 11 $10 donations. So if you'd like to make a $10 donation, you can !donate and add your donation of course, any amount you wish to that bonus game. And also, just a little teaser for chat, we may or may not have a bonus incentive for Jak and Daxter once we add it to the schedule. So if you'd like to see what that bonus incentive is as fast as possible, we gotta add it to the schedule as fast as possible first to see what that bonus incentive is. So chat, !donate to give to Trans Lifeline and to be able to add Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy to the schedule by Shovelclaws. It's been working really hard on this run. I really want to see it.
Let's go. I think we have more than 11 people on this stream, right? Surely.
Perhaps. I do see quite a few people. I do. And if everybody just pitches in a little bit, we can get this done immediately. Like right now. If everybody were to donate, $5, $10, $1, whatever they've got. Trans Lifeline appreciates all of your support.
Let's go. Okay. Trans people. Let's go.
Trans rights.
Our human rights.
Mm-hmm. Trans Lifeline is amazing because it is by trans people for trans people. So it's a within community resource, meaning that you don't have to talk to people who you might not understand what you're going through. It's a really wonderful cause, and we are doing everything we can to support them. !charity in chat for more information.
So now we're going into Misty
Trans people
Bog.
seem cool.
I think they're pretty cool, right?
Please confirm that trans people
I wish I knew any.
Donation to Trans Lifeline.
What? You know me, silly.
Oh yeah, hi chaimy.
So we're in Misty Bog here, notorious for having just the densest amount of enemies in every single area of this level. These enemies are also extremely aggressive, but the one thing I love about this level is that instead of Misty Bog, I like to call it Misty Dog. I don't know why. I just think it's funny and cute. So yeah, this level, we just do a damage abuse at the start to go to the very end of the level, or one end of the level. This level's like kind of built weird. There are kind of like a couple different places you could end the level off on. Technically, I guess that's not the end of the level because you can just loop back up to where we are at right now. So yeah, we're just getting through this level. This level, we have to deal with these frogs if I can hit them. The frogs are so annoying. They're so annoying. But they're pretty cute, especially this one frog who we like to call Kara. Pretty cute frog. And then, yeah. The next level we have coming up is pretty notorious level for people who have played this game as well, even as like a kid. And that's going to be Treetops. Arguably the most confusing level to have ever been released, ever, anywhere. It is low-key a puzzle inside of a 3D collectathon platformer. It's just like, what were they thinking? So yeah. This also used to be the hardest level in the run, but by today's standards, it's actually it's like a pretty fair level. You'll lose a run to it every now and then, but with good enough practice, this level is actually pretty dang consistent, champ. So yeah. Of course, this level has supercharging. There are 3 different supercharges we do in this level. They're kind of broken up because of collectibles and death abusing. but it's the second supercharge that is the hard one. I also get a little cutscene skip here by just jumping off the back of the level before the cutscene starts playing and jumping back on. Funny little thing. And then, yeah. We collect the key because we like keys. Even if we don't use it, we like it. I'm also scared I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, the key chest. Yeah, the key chest you can also supercharge through. So if, assuming everything goes right, we won't have to use the key because there's like a 3 or 4 second little cutscene that plays of putting the key into the chest if you use it. But yeah, chaimy just charged right through it.
Yep. And then now we got this next charge coming up. Let's see how
this is the hard one of the level.
You got this.
Wow! Oh. Unlucky. I don't think I've actually ever done this supercharge right for a marathon yet. One day, though. One day.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do that right, you can... Oh.
Sorry, you go. No, you go!
I was gonna say, if you do it right, you can keep the supercharge where you kill that thief, get all the gems on the top, and then drop down and go through all the fan chests while keeping it, so you don't have to sit there and flame them.
Yeah. But I'm too stinky, champ, so we missed it. Because we bonk on a hut that has, like, infinite hitbox range for no reason, I feel like. There we go.
The game's conspiring against you.
Oh, my god.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're so good. The real funny one that I always see with, like, casual streamers of this game, they'll be like, I'm spiraling out of control.
Oh no!
I don't know why. It's such a funny one. I've seen it so many times, but I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going into Metalhead. In the community, he kind of has another little nickname we like to give him, Jinkman. This level is just really poorly built for some reason. You never really experience it in any other category besides the completionist category, so in 120%, where you have to collect everything. But the things that can happen, or like some of the things that can happen in that category specifically that matter, is you can sometimes just have gems from these rolling monkeys. Just kind of clip through walls, clip through floors. Sometimes they can just kind of despawn. You can have, in the boss fight, you can actually have the boss just not do certain animations he's supposed to do after you beat the first phase. And he can, like, get stuck running in place and just hit you out of nowhere. He can, like, teleport. He does, like, all sorts of weird things. But he's got a cool mohawk, so he gets a pass. Well, alright, and like I said, this is also the only other, like, the only boss in the game that acts differently than every other boss. But we also don't beat him. But that's because he's cool. We love his mohawk. And he's just so cool, champ. We let him live. We can go on to the next homeworld, which is going to be Dreamweavers, which is going to be our second to last homeworld. Also, home of the hardest level in the game, which is this first level, Haunted Towers. Couple tricky things about the level. Really, it's two jumps specifically. There's this jump that we have to do tied in with another game mechanic called wall gliding, where if Spyro is gliding against the wall and is like parallel with the wall, you can actually, while gliding, you can kind of tap Spyro into the wall and he can gain height. It's not on every wall, but it's on a good bit. Like, there's a fair amount of walls you can do that with in the game. It's very hard because of the angle we approach on the jump to hit it. But we're going to kind of cheat it by lowering our FPS a little bit, because lower FPS gives you higher jumps. And then the second jump is while we're supercharging. It's just a really tight jump. So hopefully we don't miss that one, because that one is a pretty It's pretty brutal to miss that one. It's very hard to hit, and then on top of that, it's like in the middle of the supercharge. So if you die, you can't even just go finish the level. You have to like basically go do the first jump again to go get supercharge again to then complete the supercharge for the rest of the level. And that's hoping you also don't mess up any other parts of that supercharge. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna drop to 36 FPS. Should give me just enough height from a jump to be able to clear this easily. Or not, because I like to miss things sometimes. But there we go. And then we'll go back to 50. Now, oh my god, the game looks so good now. Whoa, champ.
You know, we do not want to miss this jump, and we also do not want to miss this bonus game. I have so many donations that are waiting to be read, so let me know when. But I do just want to let chat know that we are $75 away. So _donate so that we can get Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, onto the schedule the very next run. After this one.
You should actually be pretty good to start reading off donations now. We actually hit the supercharge.
Ooh, let's go!
The next level we're doing is going to be pretty mindless and just kind of running. So yeah, if you want to read some of those donations off, go ahead.
First of all, great job hitting that. Amazing stuff. Second of all, we have got a $25 donation from Blaze who says, PlayStation Nation reporting in. So excited for Jak and Daxter. That's right, we cannot have PlayStation Block without Jak and Daxter by Shovel Claws, so let's go ahead and get that met. And we have a $10 donation from Mainly Maeve, who says, let's go, Chaimy! Donating 5 green gems. Speaking of green, did you know? Spyro was originally going to be green, but the developers worried he would blend in with grass, so they eventually changed him to purple. And that's how we have that. Thank you so much for that amazing fun fact. The fun facts have been killer. I would love to see more. If you'd like to send in your $5, $10, $25 donation, whatever you'd like to do, get those gems in, and meet that Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy bonus game. Remember that you must click that bonus game incentive when you donate in to be able to have it added on. And, of course, as a reminder, we have another incentive that we will open for Jak and Daxter itself if it gets put on the marathon. So we gotta get it on the marathon first before y'all can find out what that incentive is.
So, also fun fact about Spyro, not only was he originally going to be green, his original name, oh my god, his original name was also going to be Pete the Dragon instead of Spyro the Dragon.
It's a little different.
So, yeah. But, yeah, I guess he was just going to blend in. That's just the most notorious Spyro fun fact of all time, was that he was originally just going to be green. So yeah, this is Dark Passage. This level is tied with Ice Cavern for the most amount of dragons, but obviously in this homeworld, we don't need any more dragons, because the last homeworld was the last time dragons were required to leave a homeworld. So we're actually just in this homeworld to collect some gems, and we're gonna take a few extra gems near the end of this level, because I actually missed some pretty big gems in the last level supercharging. So we'll just go about there. We should be fine on gems, hopefully. And now we're gonna go into the boss of this homeworld. Oh, we're so fine on gems.
Speaking of gems, chat has donated enough gems to be able to put Jak and Daxter onto the schedule. Thank you so much, chat. Woo! Bonus game met!
Yeah. Oh my god. Yay. Let's go. That's actually so hype.
It really is. Thank you so much, chat. Absolutely incredible effort from all of y'all. And let me know when I can read some of the donations that helped us get there.
Yep. If you want to go ahead and read them now, actually.
Fantastic. We're going to do $25 from Cyrus Hyena, who says, had to donate during Spyro, favorite childhood game. Shout out to Magnus, best dragon dad, less than 3. Aw, very sweet. Thank you so much for your generous donation towards Trans Lifeline. And we have $50 from Tabris Cheetah, who says, Cheetahs support going fast, and also trans rights.
Yay.
Yay. I am so thrilled that we are able to go ahead and see Jak and Daxter thanks to all of your incredibly generous donations and amazing effort to get us there. Thank you so much, chat. That is $1,000 for Trans Lifeline. What an accomplishment. Amazing job.
That is actually really awesome. We love trans people. Trans people are the best. They deserve all the love.
Yeah, and I love this trans person.
And this trans person loves you too.
Yeah.
So
It would be really cool to get 6K for Trans Lifeline.
Oh my god, it would be
a small
cool.
thing. We're under $200 away from that.
$6,000 for 6,000 gems.
Oh, so true.
Exactly. Oh my god. So yeah. Now we're going into the last homeworld of the game. And we're supposed to complete 2 levels before we can get to the final boss. But the last major trick of the run is called Coveless, which allows us to skip those 2 level requirements just to go straight into the final boss. Do you want to explain this one, Kat? Because, like I said, I'm dumb, you're smart. I'm bad at explaining this one.
Yeah, so there's like 2 separate parts to this. The first part is a trick called fairy storage, where by hitting X, square, and triangle at about time while standing on like the dragon platform and having the dialogue box up to like replay, it will let Spyro run off the platform while still having this dialogue up, which you'll see change in a second.
Real fast.
Yeah.
You should be good now.
Okay. Yeah, there was just a audio cue she needed. Perfect. First try, easy. So yeah, the first part is, like I was saying, fairy storage. You need to have Spyro run away from the platform towards the balloonist while still having the box up to replay the dragon cutscene. And then if you replay the dragon cutscene and then talk to the balloonist and like go to another homeworld, when you skip the dragon cutscene, you get control of Spyro back, even though it's supposed to be like a loading screen and you're flying off to the next world. And by doing a specific movement, you can get Spyro to get into the final boss portal while the like between the dragon heads unloading and the portal unloading. So you can like the portal's still there even after the dragon heads unload, so you can get in there. And yeah, funny glitch, the camera freaks out and Spyro gets really thin for some reason. I have no idea why.
That's Spyro.
A little odd.
Why?
Yeah,
But what's not odd is I just want to say hello to our new raiders. Thank you so much, Flanills, for the raid into our marathon here. If you do not know what we are doing, we are Fastest Spurs Fall Fest 2025 benefiting Trans Lifeline. And we have also just opened a brand new incentive that I'd love to tell you all about for our next game that we just added to the schedule. We would need $250 to meet the hard fishing showcase. And if we meet that, Shovel Claws will show off its skills at Jack's once infamous fishing minigame. That's right, if you'd like to see somebody who's incredibly good at this game tackle the hardest minigame that Jack has to offer, we would need $250 to see that. So ! Donate towards Trans Lifeline, get us to 6K, and get us to fishing.
So we just did a little funny strat called Nork Wall Glide, which I actually found. It is not faster. It's just the ultimate swag strat. But also timing is about to come up on this hit in 3, 2, 1. Wait, bam. Okay.
GG!
GG.
Let's go. Yay, we did it. And you know what? He's toast. We did it. We saved the Dragon Kingdom. Did I say something?
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
I'm so sorry.
Nasty Nork is
Thank you for letting me run here. Super fun. Been wanting to run for Fastest Spurs forever.
I've still got some
Glad I got to show off little purple lizard guy. He's the greatest. Shout outs to the Spyro community. And shout outs to everybody in chat and everyone who helped with the donation incentive to get Jack and Daxter on. Everyone's so awesome, and everyone is Poggy's champ. I don't know if I have anything else to say.
Well, I think chat should also maybe follow you to see what you're up to. Where can they see more of what you do?
So I stream over at chaimy with 4 Ys. The with 4 Ys part isn't in the name. I'm just stating that there are 4 Ys in the name. Yeah, I've been streaming this game. And I also streamed the OG Spyro 1, doing other categories as well for fun. I just love Spyro in general. This was my first speed game I ever did. And I also played the game as a kid, so I've just fallen in love with this game all over again. And then the commentator, Toasted Cat, that's Cat with
Hello.
the K. He also streams. He's pretty all right at this game, I guess. You know. Just kidding.
Yes, I guess.
I'm just kidding. He has world record for the completion category and has second place in this category, but will probably get record here in the next week or so. So, yeah. Thank you for having us. I really appreciate everything. It was a fun run. Glad I got to do all the hard things right. And yeah, that's it from me.
Well, thank you so much to both of you for being here, and chaimy for showing off that amazing Spyro run. That was a great way to kick off our PlayStation block, which chat has incredibly generously extended by adding Jack and Daxter to the schedule. So we're going to go ahead and take a little break before we get that run to y'all. Thank you so much for being here, everybody.